This is the week 1 update for this flat conversion, but the big question is, have we actually got anything done? In case you missed the first video, this is a 1-bedroom flat and we're converting it into a 2-bedroom by moving the kitchen, which was in this room, into the living room and making it a bedroom. As well as that, we're just going to do a general tidy up. It's getting a new bathroom, painting throughout, carpets. The good news is that we've actually made a good amount of progress this week. I'll show you around. In the bathroom, we're now fully ripped out. We've taken all the tiles off the wall, which actually came off really nice. Normally, that doesn't happen and you've got to do a lot more plastering, so we've been lucky there. There's probably 3 main levels of plastering that you can do. Skimming, which is just a quick whiz over. Full plaster, where you're using a lot more plaster and really having to do quite a bit of work. And then going back to brick, which means ripping everything off the wall, starting again, boarding, and then plastering. People, for some reason, default to going back to brick, but most of the time, you don't need to do that. So this wall's got quite a bit of damage, but we still don't need to go back to brick. We can just patch in and make a lot of these repairs and then skim right over it, so that'll save us a lot of money there. We've now also ripped out the toilet and we've got a portaloo outside. It's important that if you're going to rip the toilets out and leave no toilet facilities in the property, that you get a portaloo, because the tradesmen are not going to be happy if they've got nowhere to go to the toilet, and they'll probably find other spots to do it. Okay, so in the kitchen, this is also fully being ripped out now, and we first fixed the electrics. There's been a lot more damage than we were expecting, to be honest, while doing these electrics. We thought that the wiring was going to be in the basement and we could just come up, which wouldn't cause that much damage, but fortunately it's all been in the ceiling and comes down, so there's chasing out everywhere. I was originally going to get the painter to just patch in some of the repairs that we had, but he's now not going to be able to do that, so I'm going to have to get the plasterer next week when he comes round to do the bathroom to do these extra patching in. When you do have to make electrical alterations in the ceiling, make sure you get your electrician to cut out holes like this, so that when the painter comes round, or whoever it is that's going to repair the ceiling, they can just slide them back up in the hole. There's no problems of trying to find bits of board that fit in the holes. Doing it like this is the easiest way. And another thing you need to make sure of is that you always maintain a power supply to the property. Even if you're doing a full rewire, you need to be asking your electrician to put a temporary supply board so people can connect power to it. If you don't, you're not going to be getting any work done. Now that we've got everything ripped out, the whole floor in this property is actually plied. When you have a floor plied like this, try not to rip it up. Obviously, you're going to need to rip sections up to get access to parts that the electrician or plumber might need, but get them to put it back down. The last thing you need, or the last thing you want to happen, is that you've got plywood everywhere all across the house. You don't know which bit fits where, and what will end up happening is you'll have to reply the whole property, and that costs a fortune. The same goes with floorboards too. If someone takes it up, make sure they put it back down in the same place. So the final part that we've done is in the living room. And what we've done is we've built a stud wall on either side of that chimney breast. Like I was saying last time, we don't want to rip out the chimney breast because that's going to be expensive. But the kitchen needs a flush finish for it to run across on that wall. What we've done is we've just ripped out where the actual fireplace is, kept the chimney breast in, and built out the stud work. We haven't gone right the way to the ceiling because that would add more cost again, because as you can see, there's coving and some picture rail up there. So yeah, there'll be more joinery work and hassle trying to sort that out. It was easier to just build a wall to the height that the units are going to be. So then it'll still look fine, but it's costing us a lot less. So that's everything that we've done this week. Next week is going to be plastering and first fix on the plumbing. So if you want to be kept up to date, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.